Welcome everyone. I think we should be live with 3 freaking Mbits. Can you believe? Not really sure why, because I would think everyone sits at home now and saturates this DOCSIS cable thing, this video streaming, but hey, right now 3 Mbits. Previous videos amazing, not amazing, whatever, DOCSIS stuff. So let's share this there. Should have done this before, but as usual, a bit late. So what I'm actually waiting for, as usual, prepared already a little bit. Rust, obviously, I can whatever Rust, Linux Live, whatever. Just a tiny little bit of recurring theme here. Prepared this already a little bit. Obviously, 2 things. As per usual, change is the only constant. And so basically, volatile const. Cheers. Also, no coffee in the office. I probably shouldn't go to the office on a... Nobody stocked your milk. How is this? I have to speak with some people. Anyway, yeah, so... raw coffee for raw Linux. So, somehow not that bad. Anyway, usually I ruin the coffee with milk, in case you were wondering. Anyway, so compiling stuff. So a couple of things. One thing in the previous live stream of our building all Linux stuff from 486 to RISC-V, Rust didn't have a 486 target. I mean, obviously, well, if you wanted to write a master boot record bootloader for x86, you probably would theoretically want to target 386 and 486, but previous videos on the main channel, 386 before 486 support removed from glibc and the Linux kernel anyway. So for Linux and for not Linux threads but native POSIX threads, you need a 486 due to locking instructions, and in the Linux kernel also removed because too many lines of code can't maintain scrollback buffer, certainly not 386. So, so 386 not as interesting. Also, probably maybe if you wanted to write more bare metal BIOS code, maybe you still in this day and age theoretically wanted 386 target and not 586 in Rust. And so I built here 486 previous streams also for vintage and retro stuff, and I was wondering the other live stream, should I really spend a minute to patch 486, because otherwise the lowest Rust target would be 586, and yeah, of course I have done that. Probably not too much of a deal. I only the space option CPU. I'm, by the way, maybe we want 486 here. You know what, we probably now that I think about this, this probably should be 486. We are currently compile testing this on a epic thread ripping recurring theme 5950 Ryzen. I still need more memory. Also previous videos, a little bit sneak peek, full review is coming. Plugged this in just some day before Christmas here. And previous video, serverly memory throughput limited with my yesteryear's DDR4 memory here. Overclocked, previous video overclocked 3000 to 3400. You might wonder, why do you have such slow memory? Previous video last summer, this were the largest consumer DDR4, largest SN32 gigs per module, and this was the only thing we got. So this year the only constant is change. Also need more memory for that. Anyway, so this we can test in a second. Currently we are building this with Pentium, but it doesn't really matter much. I'm more also like, yeah, this is also this little it takes in patching some other triplet. Obviously you cannot just add Super H or any other totally foreign architecture in there. There's certainly a lot of calling convention, register layout, and ABI, API and stuff, but for this so close, as I'm actually surprised nobody has done this before, but whatever. Anyway, so we're test building this right now. I'm not sure how this will be going. Also probably, so we are not that far. As this is a 5950. creates error list config x86 and 110 to go. So what I said this in another video, maybe soon we totally modernize this. This output I've not done, and what I've not done I don't like, no, kidding. But seriously, I think I've not done this output, and I never quite liked it the most. I was like, never change a running system, but seeing the Phoronix test suite, also what happened now? Why did this disappear? It's already the second time this. By the way, do we have this in Alacrity segfault? Lib Wayland. Yeah, so much too. I probably should also, maybe I should actually get ECC memory. The only thing is, I think ECC memory is in general not that fast. But I don't think it's the, by the way, is this, I don't think it is the overclocked memory. I think this is a new Alacrity version 0.6 or something. Anyway, so we are waiting here just a tiny little minute for Firefox. And I wanted to say, I think I somehow modernize this, inspiring there from some other project to make this look a little bit more, a little bit nicer. So Firefox should be there soon. What I also will probably change, it's not the super most important, easiest, but make here a percentage like package build 150 out of 300 something. Very theoretically, we could even guesstimate the compile time remaining from reference time in the cache files. Anyway, so yeah, this is how little it takes. The only thing is, recurring theme I would have been done already if there would not be a Rust, I could call it a regression, recurring theme here, I think. Because, also, should we commit this actually? No, what are these? Because previous videos some months ago, we carefully patched and configured Rust to cross-compile here. Proof of concept that worked quite well, even for PowerPC and whatnot. And yeah, surprise, surprise, version 1.48 broke that. Updated this the other day, and even test build. We updated this for something that needed Rust. What needed Rust? That we maybe Alacrity? Was it Alacrity? Something I compiled that needed Rust, maybe Alacrity, and something required the latest version because obviously Rust. And it compiled. I even compiled Firefox, but only now you see testing, continuous integration. And of course, also I even tested this on this. How many instruction cycles and electrons does it take? Probably 30-40 minutes of test compiling with Rust, maybe even Cargo, Alacrity, Firefox. So probably easily 30 minutes done even on this 5950X. And then just the next day you realize, nah, I have to do that broke cross compilation so much too, yeah. And I tested this already, I think, so 147 at least built, and I think that, by the way, is this, hopefully no other change. So I'm pretty sure 148 broke some detail. The symptom is, and even if I would have spent the extra efforts for continuous integration and compile that too, that would probably not really help me much, because the symptom is 148 cross compiles, and then later Firefox fails with not being able to find the standard library of, obviously not C++, but Rust. Anyway, so yeah, we're getting there. I'm slightly curious if Firefox would really work on a 486. Maybe actually try that. Or if they have, I know in the fun fact that you also learn something more than Rust and whatnot. Also, by the way, I started the other. Firefox needs SSE2, at least in the default. I'm just fighting here with my spray. In the default build stuff, it needs SSE2, I think, for the JavaScript JIT, just-in-time compiler. So, not sure if it will just not use it if not configured, or if we would need to disable JIT for 486 or without SSE. Let's run here on, let's start your data, which I also, yeah, so much stuff coming. This is, if you're new to this channel, this is what we usually do. I just secure shelled here on my second display to some server to start data. So there we should know in very limited amount of time, very soon, we should know whether that works. Welcome Devi, Merry Christmas everyone, or other seasonal greetings in case you're not in this kind of religious stuff, or other religious stuff. What do we have here? Merge, GDB, MPR, apparently some updates from data, or did I? Or maybe I did run. So yeah, this data stuff, this bot previous video we built here, because yeah, not really updating all those packages anymore. Not yet fully automated. It's probably I need to sandbox on and container that better. And in another video I said, just to talk a little bit while we wait for this build and also coffee, I said to automate this with ACPI, real-time clock wake up and running this at midnight, but thinking about this further and in general improving our infrastructure here with our own local compute server stuff, I figured I'm not doing that with RTC because this has some problems of real-time clock wake up versus other daily workloads. So I will probably implement some generic task scheduling thing. Maybe probably there are for sure solutions. If you know solutions for that, leave me in the comments below. What I mean is not hard coding that to BIOS wake up on ACPI RTC real-time clock like at midnight or whatever to run this here in not primary office hours, but instead of hard coding this on one machine, having them all, we have already others work on network magic packet and also use the same infrastructure for that. So not having one special case thing, because I was also wondering whether to suspend to memory, like run this data stuff for 30 minutes, checking all the 3,000, 4,000 package updates, and then suspending and then potentially colliding with other people's workload here of simulation runs, machine learning and whatnot stuff. So probably generic grand central dispatch of having jobs, of like having a job and then like dispatch that to whatever server stuff here of our own kind of, if you're wondering what we get this fancy hardware for, and using that so that then we would have some generic multiplexing of senses to some PowerPC thing for our fun, or senses to the fastest workload, x86 latest and greatest stuff. And like, what would this do? This would wake senses, wake on LAN package, probably use something like secure shell or something, dispatch this job. Maybe actually research what kind of solutions there are for this kind of stuff. It's basically two things. Managing wake on Ethernet, wake on LAN, suspending for energy efficiency because Fridays for future, and one world and overshoot day and stuff, and also this kind of stuff, managing like, are there jobs left or was this the last job, and then suspend for the next wake up to come, and in general distributing that between our high performance nodes or other like MIPS, PowerPC, Spark test nodes that are not like primary business but nice to have for testing. Anyway, yeah, slightly wondering that we have 3 Mbit today, as per usual. We could do some other updates. We could actually probably have here some updates. Now we are finally in Firefox, so we can, for the better that, so just when I'm done with general entertainment talk, var adm log Firefox. This failed already. That was fast. Let's see if this still fails. Also, I think, let's see, this is also tempfs. Yeah. Build x86, var adm logs on Firefox. Is this still standard? Don't know how to translate 486. What translate for Rossi? What? That is interesting. This obviously could be hopefully just related to 486. Maybe it's just missing. There's some glue. I didn't expect this the last time. Some hours ago, before I rebuilt everything, it said Rust doesn't work. Standard library thing not found. Much to each time you build something, some other thing. Obviously, cheers. Which kernel do I run? By the way, do I run some? I hope that is it's from the bisecting previous video, but 2000% better FS regression. I hope that is the fast better FS version though. Anyway, yeah, we can grab this already. Oops. Don't know how to translate. This is of course not in there. Maybe something with that. It's always when it's not your project, then always grabbing over the stuff to find out what's going on. Hello. Don't tell me I booted with the slow version for BetterFS. That is... Maybe this is cargo. Here's die. Rust. I don't know. This error came from that. So let's see. Mods. Let's maybe just fix file that directly so that we get a copy of this and translate. What do we have here? Rust target. CPU. Something. Detect Rust target. Rust target option is similar, but not exactly. Autoconf derived targets, print target list. We correlate the autoconf derived target with the list of targets. Rust gives this print target list. I would hope 486 is in there, no? Why is our 486 not in there? That is unexpected. So then we still have something to do there. This is also not so right. Rusty. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we didn't build, because I still have this stupid workaround that we have this really huge stage. Unfortunately, this means we have actually not yet built Rusty also. So probably it's time to do some proper work then, because this unfortunately takes some 15 minutes. So work we could do while we obviously have a long to do. Maybe one thing, so slightly wonder, let's just quickly time that. I just want to see how slow that is, or if I booted the kernel, so probably not going to change that. Feels a little bit slowish as per the main channel BetterFS regression. Don't tell me I booted a kernel that is... This takes a little bit long, in case you were... Yeah, that is somehow a kernel that is affected by the main channel BetterFS regression. Anyway, so this will take a moment. We have one to do that I said already a couple of times, is this tempfs thing. And although that is not even the easiest thing to do, maybe even a boring thing to copy all this stuff out. Actually, there are two things, you know, now that I think about this. I mean, sometimes it's, I hope you appreciate also, I mean, obviously we do this to hang out together, do some open source stuff and so on, learning something. There are actually two things now that I think about this, because there's a second case that actually people complained about, like actual users of T2. That would be a config option, and someone actually amazingly sent like some 10 years ago some proof of concept that was a little bit hacky of config option to like rebuild or continue on out of space, because the issue is not everyone has 64 or something gigs of memory for building TempFS, and nowadays maybe less, but this would be second case. But honestly, you know what we could do? We could maybe something actually slightly more interesting, because I'm actually not really in the mood for some boring TempFS option now. Maybe more amazing thing is having some fun with some artwork, because in contrast to popular belief, you can actually I only hope it doesn't crash today. You can actually do like actual, also why does Control Plus not work? Zoom is different. I wanted to do some artwork stuff also, which probably might be more interesting than a bloody boring TempFS option. What would be the you can't, however, WWT2 like images, apparently not that. Is it this? No, it's not this, is it? This is in CSS modern. Which one of those was that? Right, we had here two actually. Modernizing our website, I will also, yes, you see so much stuff you see, just like do some fancy artwork and yeah. That Rust is building. Let's see, what size is that? Also, obviously this should not be bitmap, obviously for best website stuff, this should of course be real text, but I just wanted to have something more better looking than total garbage. Let's just determine, actually we could also have measured, but we could also crop it. This is also like, yeah, not how, in my opinion, I think there's 1 pixel, plus is this, yeah, 1 pixel that, but whatever. Does it say the size somewhere of? Actually, a long time ago, I was much more fluid in GIMP, like a decade ago. Where are properties, layer, properties, or file, properties. There's probably layer, maybe here resize, scale layer. So 740 by 170, something of that. Document properties. Oops. Yeah, there's also some really strange balancing, whatever. Unit, like, do we have pixel? Of course we have, so 740, yeah, this is already close, 100, this is not 100. 70 pixel. So amazing. And then I was thinking also, do we have here like black, or do we, I mean, one thing like putting here also architectures, also obviously for best website stuff more than one. So inspired from some other stuff, we could put here like all the architecture stuff. Either, obviously we need a nice fonts, either proto molecule, hello, how does this work here? Proto molecule. Hello, font thing. I think I should have a proto molecule font. In case you're wondering why is it, also how to close this, super W or, yeah, whatever. What? Not implemented yet, editor proc. FC list, yeah, CD of the Linux desktop, FC list, grep, proto, molecule, did I mistype this? Proto molecule, not sure what's going on with that one. Maybe this actually works, but this does not. No, that's proto molecule. So much to it. But I think it's probably not the most amazing. Open sans medium or semi-bold, they probably have. So yeah, the idea would be, and obviously I wonder, can we have the background? Probably we can. In document properties, can we have this just border, show page border color, maybe whitish and, or actually gray, that it works more often ever. HSL. And do we have background color? Checkboard background. Here is, because then, hello, does this, somehow Wayland. Okay, fine. You can either make this or, wait a second, is this the, don't tell me that is just this background color. Maybe this is actually the pop-up thing for that. This was a pop-up thing for that. Amazing. So, and of course, just a little bit of can we do graphic artwork stuff you have on YouTube. So the idea would be to put here like fancy colors, each of differently. For example, I've seen some like stealing from other designers. So we probably want this larger. So we could, for example, put this here all over the place. No, this even works again. Amazing. Obviously, we should make a complete list and either spread this all over this field. There are, of course, multiple ideas. Hello, how to close? Why is this text something preferences? How to close this should. It was close. Yeah, the Linux desktop with Wayland's way config close. Window can be opened. Key binding start. is closing? Yeah, you get the idea. Probably Sea of the Linux desktop. Cloning window, maybe here. Close, close, open, close. Are you kidding me? Open, kill a window. Ah, Shift Q. Option Shift Q. Option Shift. Option Shift Q. MIPS and. So one thing, we could spread them all over, obviously in different colors. Obviously your creativity knows no, hopefully no limits. Are we building or still building? x86, Power PC, and so certainly RISC-V. I wonder, by the way, can we like select them all and change the, what was it, Control Shift P, general, no, not print, properties, layout and font, does something. Various size. Although we could certainly. So yeah, either filling this thing here with all this stuff. I saw one nice thing, but I'm not entirely sure if this would work. PowerPC, switching between the tools might be a little bit annoying. PowerPC, what did I want to? RISC-V. What else? So we have ARM, MIPS, Spark, obviously. Answering the question, can we do graphics design? So of course this looks like garbage. Of course we need at least here some nice colors. Like all of them, like one thing that and one thing whatever. And what do we have for that? Further working, so Eller, welcome there, welcome everyone. So Rust built here, let's try the Firefox. Oh, wait a second, you know what, let's hope it works. We could also actually test this. So two things we can tail. F build, that is x86, 486, bar adm log Firefox. And the second thing is we can actually try this. This would be build, also wrong directory. Build x86 tools cross bin Rust maybe, and print this target list and see if we have 486. So we have this in there. Actually, we now test build what I just changed. I changed this Pantheon string previously to 486. So let's see what it's. Yeah, also better if as regression. So Ella writes, got a bit further, working out why Rust was such a pain to port the other day. Was a bug from August in the build system related to static lib unwind. Yeah. And another thing, I'm independently of this because previously I got another error. Configure. And so they also, I'm pretty sure they changed quite some details with cross-compiling that, unfortunately. So as I said, I think we got further than before, so we probably can continue our fancy graphic artwork there. I only wonder, of course, this is also the learning curve with all the tools. If you like, also a spoiler alert, I used GIMP, I used excessively already 20 years ago, but obviously they redesigned this thing majorly since then. So 1998 I was very fluid with GIMP. Haven't used it in the last decades or so, and they changed all the UI. Because one thing I would wonder with this property thing here, and this is also the learning curve and all this stuff, I would actually like, here's font size. So let's see, do they allow font size? Like hopefully they allow that? No? Apply? They allow this, amazing. So one idea would be like put all on top of each other with some transparency. This is just some testing. You could also, this is, I've seen some stuff looking pretty thick, but this obviously does not yet look pretty thick. Also, this is of course not yet super precisely positioned. We can do this a second pass. So yeah, so this is not yet as impressive as I thought. Obviously, this is a always as a process of some idea and then some trying stuff out, and there would be colors, text path, object, fill, maybe that of transparency. Why is this? Oh shit, this changed. I only wanted, this is not what I wanted. I only wanted to change the transparency. Maybe here they have, maybe that, this helps. So you see, this looks already better in my opinion anyway. Let's make the 66.6, obviously, on Christmas. And so this is already better, but not yet super cool. And probably it would look better if, for example, we could sort this alphabetically also, and spread this out. So x86 obviously alphabetically last, and then this would need to have some fine-tuning of aligning this perfectly, probably whatever. And then either by color or SPC. We have also ARM. So much aligning. Maybe it is faster if you master this kind of stuff significantly better. Maybe you want that start at 1 and copy this. Maybe it could theoretically, maybe, hello, is this already yellow, or what is this, an alpha blended yellow? That is apparently, yeah, just some idea, right? And the other thing, of course, is PowerPC Spark, PR, and another idea would be to also have different logos and change them from time to time, like randomly or based on, anyway, something of that. Maybe you could fine-tune the positioning to better make some stuff out. Oops, also Control Z. Anyway, not yet as amazing as I hoped it would be, but maybe better than completely, yeah. Maybe it would look better. Then you can, of course, play around with this, position it all over, and so on. Make this some cloud thing, and maybe much larger positions in like some cloud stuff, whatever. Maybe ARM MIPS x86 largest in the center or something. Anyway, and we had that. Do we still build? We failed with web extension, content scripting, reference to something. That is unfortunate. Let's see, is this 486 or is this build failed? Custom target lexicon off. Oops. I mean, the problem is, as usual, XPC unified. This is the define from string explicit. Oh, this is warning. Failed to run custom command target list command for what? Unrecognized architecture. Main panicked at here. Build scripts off, nah. Something. This is the define from string explicit. Oh, this is warning. Failed to run custom command target list command for what? Unrecognized architecture. Main panicked at here. Build scripts off, nah. Something. I mean, we are making so much to quickly patch this and then quite a while later. That is unfortunate. The question is this in Firefox or Rust target? Actually, it is in there. This is also where we got the error. The problem is this stuff was also checksummed, I remember from the other Spark patch. Super annoying if we change something here. We might have to... There's also something. We might have to patch this checksum out there. This is also super annoying. Target here something. Oops. Enum for all that to do with architecture stuff. They have 386. They have 386, but not 486. I think 386 is not even in Rust upstream. Maybe they have this here for Apple 386 Apple iOS. Here, so I guess we want here I. The question is, I mean, we could also, the question is how often do they use this here in this stuff? Also, yeah, 2020, I don't know why we need to, apparently this is maybe only in there, why we need to hardcode so much target stuff, totally worthless nonsense. 486. Do they use tabs here? No, apparently they don't use tabs. 486. Tabs or not tabs? No tabs. Yeah, tell me how valuable this target matching is. For what even? I have no idea. Complete nonsense. What is this here? Round trip noun, triples of mod tests of. This is only test, huh? Config test. This is only testing, maybe. Enum, non-exhaustive, derived. Oh, wait a second. So 486, 486. So the question is it all? I don't know. Do they even... no idea if that is enough. Was it mach build? I hope it was mach build. Let's see if that continues. It might even, as I said, it might error out with checksum error, which is super hilarious. And continuing with our artwork stuff in the meantime. So for example, we could make the font size so that it's exactly half of that, or something of that sort. We could also use this PCB thing there and use this as a brightness reduce dark background. Text, where was it? Maybe, wait a second, I wanted to change the color. And also, do they have here key bindings? They have for Shift Control C. No, hello, object. Fill and stroke, was it that or it was it? Oops, why did it somehow, clicking very often split this somehow in separated passes? Okay, this still didn't build. There's so much to, should we even spend time and efforts for this 486 thing? You think you'd quickly patch Rust and then here's still some whatever going on. Failed custom build command target lexicon main panicked at invalid target name. Yeah, still panics on. Oh, wait a second, this is wrong. This is the old thing. What is the new thing? Error build failed in target lexicon. Where is it even? Compiling. Didn't quit. Nah. Force cargo library build, run custom command. Where is here even the error? Oh, wait a second, is this still panicked? Maybe it's still panicked for 486. Maybe we also should click for i386 and Firefox. Need to add this to some tokenizing stuff. I don't think it needs to be in that one. From string 4x86. Where is that called? But it has here else if let okay. Just out of principle to have this build complete, that was an amazing idea. Strange stuff. The problem is I don't even know how to run this. Just the thing that is a problem, a recurring theme with these complex build systems. Also need more coffee. Yeah, panicked already. I mean, the only difference is 486. The problem is now how to, because how is it even running this? This is why I'm not the greatest friend. Oh, wait a second, it doesn't find glibch also not. Are you kidding me? Was this not working or? Anyway, we need to get this 486 thing going anyway. I also wonder why, what is this even? Managing targets, compilers and related tools. Main support decoding triple choice. It says unrecognized architecture, right? So unrecognized architecture. So what would that be? Is there something missing? 386, 486, 586. This looks, what did we miss here? But this is also, I said this before, I guess. What is a frustrating thing with modern? Maybe it didn't rebuild that for some reason. If let, okay, serve x86, 32. Looks good to me on the first glance. Wonder why it doesn't target. Where would it build that here? Rather frustrating, to be honest. What could be missing there? Don't see it on the first glance. Let's, by the way, save this here before we somehow kill it. Yeah, this kind of stuff is really what is taking the joy out of this modern open source stuff, because each time it's like, yeah, some complex stuff not working. I wonder, can we just cargo build this here? I only wonder. How to run this now? It's only library, huh? Should be so simple, and yet Or maybe, does this have a setup for examples? Not a fan of this Rust complexity. Really bizarre, to be honest. Don't expect this to magically fix that. Yeah, this is rather dissatisfying. Maybe it is build scripts build. Didn't successfully. So probably it run that. Script build is here. Not sure if this, what arguments this expects. No, or oh dear, nah. Target environment really must be set not present. It doesn't error out though. Let's test 786. Panicked unknown Linux GNU. This doesn't panic though. Was it that or? What did it output now? Maybe this stuff isn't rebuilding it. One constant is also that you always need to expect that stuff is broken, not amazing. Open it probably. Yeah, this is host RS. Open it, write only, create. So allow, use, create, yada yada, triplet. Here's architecture. Okay. i486. This looks good in theory, I would think. So either something doesn't rebuild, which we could check with trying to rebuild this fix file diff. This is stuff we touched. Let's just try this again with a clean build, unfortunately, because, yeah, stupid stuff. While we continue to redesign this stuff. Yeah, what is your take on that? Is this more amazing? Of course, maybe not. Maybe we at least need to have a fancy background. Maybe just solid colors is too boring. But yeah, also how much time does it take for an open source project to do some PR. Maybe choose the, by the way, how much space do we have? Is this all the space we have for... actually, maybe it's even too large than like that, so maybe we make it a little bit smaller, otherwise it probably is way too large. We had this 2 lines T2 STE. I mean, so we could also make this 2 lines here. Maybe this is then better looking. And obviously the size, and we need, where is the text? Was that Control Shift T or something? Text to font, Control Shift T. Features like, where would be the... Where would be the line? Somehow everything normal, something. Where is the line spacing? And why is he not close? Oh, there. Oh, maybe this is a start with one. Maybe somewhere like maybe we could also simply make this 2 lines, so 2 objects, then we can YOLO that. And then, but as usually from the console, what you think, probably better with this, with a picture, probably without it, it's too boring. And then we would need to have a size that fits in there. Was this Control Shift T and font size? Like, actually we could divide this, what was it, 100, whatever, but we could also play around with it. Well, now oh shit, this changed. That is somehow inconvenient that it changes everything. Just note to self when... Or did it? Oh, right, we had to press apply. Yeah. Also, somehow I thought I had selected that, but apparently... Why is this font size 30? Hello, bug. Why does it say 30 when I wanted 48? What is wrong with you here? 48? 30? Somehow that doesn't make sense. Maybe this was before scaling. Maybe I moved this somehow differently, probably. And of course now we need to reposition everything again. Would maybe fun to do this. Maybe I should first check also this font we now ruined. Oops, what was it? This font was light. Or do we have CD bold light regular? Maybe regular. Yeah, maybe it would actually be fun to do this programmatically in code, but this probably fits now somewhere like that. Anyway, probably what did we still fail as to be expected, or build failure in, of course. It is really unfortunate. You patch your Rust to generate 486 code, and then you have here this ridiculous nonsense. Target lexicon 486. I don't know why is this still in there. Yep, recurring theme. Modern stuff. It's of course mostly just to have this if we want to support 486 builds, that you could start this on your vintage system stuff. Of course you wouldn't want to run your Firefox, but if we build everything like your Xclock and a Minesweeper, then just for those who run this on an Intel Atom netbook or whatever, it should still work. I was actually considering one other, certainly less time-consuming thing here would actually be quirk this here to target 586, like build everything 486 except this bloody Firefox thing. Probably could have actually, wait a second, this. Why is this so many? What the heck? Good that we. Is this building this for each thing? That is crazy. Good that we. Yeah, you basically don't want to see all this stuff. The more of this open source build infrastructure stuff you see, the more you are not impressed. But leave me in the comments below what you think. Wait a second, are here two? Are here 09? Don't tell me we have two copies of this stuff. Here 46 is in target. Oh, here are two. This obviously I overlooked. Who would have guessed? Let's try to copy this and see if read i486 1, 2, 3, and I think it is -9, right? 09, I think. What did I say? Not sure. 09. By the way, we could double check, not to waste here some minutes building here, it says target Lexington 090 inch, maybe that matches. But I didn't got any tips in the audience. Yeah, surprised. Actually, I would think everyone at Christmas sits even more at home and saturates here our DOCSIS garbage Vodafone cable segment of dropping frames, but somehow today 3 Mbit. Who would have thought? I certainly need more coffee to deal with this Rust stuff. Some of the Rust name is also, I mean, I only switch on the coffee machine. I need to go back in a minute. But the Rust name is also a little bit funny, right? I mean, normally Rust is like old, crappy stuff. In my opinion, something like any other name that is a little bit less rusty would probably maybe more amazing. Let me just. Also, are we building? Let's maybe tail that. Yeah, better FS, previous video. I just need to quickly, if we want to, something, let me just, where would it be? Object, import, image maybe, pass, text. No, this, no file to patch targets. Yeah. So much to, let's try just to patch that in. That went obviously not well. Okay, fine. Source. Target, I was not sure why this didn't apply, but whatever. Then we copy that again and hope for the best. But yeah, you see code duplication. Also, actually, this looks a little bit different. So also spaces, never use spaces. I wonder, by the way, maybe I should send it upstream just for the fame of it. Oops. Yeah, somehow they've rewritten this in between whatever versions. But as usual, the only constant is change, even other people upstream projects. 486. This is only test, right? I hope mod test is only test. Don't really need the test driver for that. We need to edit the patch that we previously just copied in there. I mean, it was worth a try. So what is, but yeah, there's quite some differences. Is that, and yeah, whatever. Obviously, you need to rewrite this on a yearly basis as seen here. Otherwise, anyway, let's grab a coffee. But yeah, bringing Rust and Firefox to an 486. Actually, fun fact, we have a real one, previous video, leave in the comments below. Maybe actually it would, yeah, theoretically we could test this, also probably mostly pointless. I would actually think it's already too slow to use on a gigahertz transmitter efficient or gigahertz transmitter crew, so even 400 megahertz Phantom equivalent, probably way too slow to use anyway. So let's hope that goes better. Let's see if I find here's import. Oh, wait a second, what is here? File to import or export, import. But I probably is there something happening? Objects, no. Where would the measure tool, diagram connection, erase, gradients? I'm pretty sure the things. I think import tries to read the file and potentially maybe vectorize it. And this failed again. Darn it. Hello, cursor. I see something else, or let's check some off. You know what? I really hate this checksum shit. I wonder what a bloody shit previous videos Spark Big Endian. I mean, build systems from hell. Really not impressed with this stuff. We could theoretically, instead of patching this, because so the issue is the patch is rather large. So yeah, why do they need to check some of this stuff? This is hilarious. Where was this? Was it in? Where was it? Checksum in? Oh, yes, maybe probably that. Yeah, that. I wonder if we can just delete that. And because it's getting patching, this is super annoying. I think, you know what? I think the last time I even patched the file out anyway. Failed to resolve patches. Failed to update, replace. Failed to load checksum. Maybe I should not have deleted that. So then we learned that we shouldn't delete that. I wonder if we can make that an empty file. That would be that. That no. If we make this an empty file, oops, what will happen? Crane lift code gun, failed to decode. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, fine. So I should not have deleted that. I'm pretty sure a mostly empty file will work though. Just not as empty as that one. What was files, toml, so that package. Okay, fine, I think we do this unfortunately again, but it was at least There's also a try to know this for the future. Fortunately, there is not a shortcut for this bloody nonsense. Probably need to have a dragon in the camera. So I still have not found where would be object, span servers, groups, clip mask, pattern, arrange, prototype. Oh, wait a second, what do we even build here? Only here on this channel, building the wrong package. Filter, text, path. I'm just pretty sure that's the last time I clicked import. Okay, let's click save again and import. I'm just very sure that this didn't work. JPEG bitmap image import. Image DPI. None. There, that hangs in whatever. Not sure what it would be doing, but it doesn't do something except hanging. So source, we still need to patch this bloody checksum here. So this would be the file we modified was it host target? That was targets. Amazing, right? Targets is here, and the stupidity that this doesn't have new lines. Fun fact, pro tip, makes this stuff use new lines. Then the patch wouldn't be the whole file. Can already cancel that, redo it. Hello, tail. Yep, so one more. While we wait for that, I can actually check, ask the internet search of your trust. Inkscape import bitmap. Tracing, I don't want to trace it though. Maybe this trace stuff does hang. Inkscape image object. Nah. Pasted image, maybe we can paste it. You think pasting between GIMP and 2020 is the year of the Linux desktop. Pasting an image between GIMP and Inkscape, that will probably be fun to try. So we are building, let's see what's this. So yeah, also lesson learned as per the previous video where we patched Spark and MIPS stuff here in Firefox. You need to update the bloody checksum file. Super hilarious stuff. people have fun with DVD burners. Apparently that is still a thing. Speaking of which, I could theoretically test the Spark 32-bit ISO. Potentially, maybe. Because the 64-bit version had some regressions, including not shutting down entirely. So are we completely through? Let's switch to less. By the way, less also has tail, right? With, in case you didn't know, with capital F for follow or so, I guess. Let's backward search for Lexington. No. Lexicon. Compiling it. No, it did something. In case you're wondering what we need, a epic thread ripping Ryzen 5950X for, obviously rebuilding Rust and Cargo and Firefox stuff 100 times. Okay, so while we are at it, we could actually, do I still have that there? But I could GIMP the download channel banner and Inkscape the T2 SDE SVG and see if we, how good is GNOME GTK stuff nowadays? Can we copy and paste? Hey, we could. Amazing. So Linux desktop future is today. I have no idea how to import it, but copy and pasting worked. In case you had, this is because it's from YouTube. This is why this is larger. This is downloaded this because I didn't have it handy anymore. So this is how this would look like. Not yet super. Also, yes, the problem is I've gimped that the last time a little bit. Although this theoretically could work. Does it have filters like brightness? I would need darken. Okay, could actually, oops. Nah. Thank you very much. Just wanted to close the other. I wonder. So much to focusing in your tiling window manager, seeing your live on YouTube. So yeah, this is a kind of hopefully final test. It's also, as per usual, not the maximum amount of time I would want to spend on this stuff. If this still doesn't build, then eventually it is also time to say enough is enough of doing this nicely. Let's see, did I leave the... But probably I made the mistake of maybe not what is a GIMP extension as XCF. Probably made the mistake of not leaving that in there. Try that one more time. Hello? It worked previously. What are you hanging now? So much to that. So here's the Linux desktop. More questions? Where did it now disappear to? Why does this not resize? Use Wayland, they said it will be amazing. Ah, you know what, why this is not resizing, this crashed already. Yep, use Inkscape, they said, and Rust RSVG maybe. No further questions. Anyway, I'm not even sure, so what we probably also need eventually, beside a nicer, even nicer homepage, which also some CSS and text, it's probably an open bug thing. So of course back in the day we had some bug tracking thing, track. Someone else has run this 15 years ago of our many contributors, but it was, first it was full with Asian cheap good stuff of LED even, people really spamming websites for buy SMD LEDs, it's hilarious. And then eventually it was even more hacked or whatnot. There's a screen, do we have this shitty effect? Now we have the shitty effect again from the screen capture. So yeah, can you build this for 486? Maybe. And because certainly my one-to text-to-do file doesn't scale, do we even have Firefox in there? So we didn't even had 486 Fire and SSE2 less Firefox. Anyway, not the highest priority, just a little bit of cleaning stuff up and testing, more testing. And the sad thing is, I would need to continue with Rust 1.48 for probably, as seen by my previous, also what is it even here, subset, is a C++, probably the C++. Would need to continue with what I found already broken here. Not cross bootstrapping so much to spend a week of cross-compiling Firefox, and then they break this on a bi-weekly basis. Yeah, got a reply to BetterFS. So what do we have here? BetterFS regression trees. For the sake of clarity, it's important to note that baseline is the case 4 point what? Why do they say 4? Yeah. For the sake of clarity, it is important to note that baseline in this case is 4.19, since original regression was spotted in 5.0. There has already been a couple of open interpretations of what this means. 40% better than 5.10, suggesting performance is worse. My original thing was not 4.19 now. So yeah, probably I hear already unfortunately can't make this stuff up 6 minutes or so long. I urgently need new memory because when the fans go down, then yeah, 4.6, is this even the, maybe I even need to resort to liquid cooling for, but also another pro tip here, this, why does this now read 0? Are you freaking kidding me? That was working some time ago. Maybe though it could theoretically be the result of this strange bisected kernel I'm running right now. But anyway, this performance also varies widely on your reboot, depending on the moon and whatnot. That is a little bit annoying with these modern systems. Each time you boot, you get other DDR4 training stuff and maybe 5 GB less or more, at least on this bloody Asus and Agisa. Um, 4.9. Oh man. Also, yeah, open source live. Of course, you need to constantly answer tested. Also, I'm not, by the way, not the super most thrilled with Thunder. By the way, we're still compiling. I'm not the most impressed with the state of Thunderbird, to be honest. Where is plain text for a mailing list? Here, text, no. Here, plain text only, there it is. Better than the bisected regression is found of. Not yet as good as 5.9 has been before. Yeah, in case you were wondering, you send something and first you bisect it and then you, where is now my, hello, Sway? Where did you put my Alacrity? Hello? All I did was move the Thunderbird window over there and all are here now. Here it is. Maybe I swapped it somehow. Here it is. What's going on here? Still building, apparently. Yeah, so this is a problem. 4. Yeah, I need more memory and maybe more so. Yeah, cooling. Yeah, but right now only one core is active. This is also my frustration with Rust, right? Super amazing, unless it's not, and this parallelism and built-in link times leave a little bit to be desired. Also, I have hopes that that finishes now. Also, there are certainly some tools that can analyze ELF object files and spit out some histogram of used instructions, would actually be good to know to find whether it only used 486 instructions or anything else. Although we could run it through QEMU. Oh, I sent this to myself because exacode.com versus DE, fun stuff, quit. So one open source email thing fired off as well. And yeah, this is the stuff hours spent analyzing, bisecting, writing, and then you still need to answer, test, retest, and people think of like, yeah, you do nothing in reality, 1 hour, 2 hour, just to keep your stuff performant. Anyway, that's it for probably this video. I mostly tested what I wanted to test. We didn't even have so many, and also building this more live channel. Yeah, so other stuff, so yeah, need some. The problem is I don't really want to run so many foreign dynamically scripted stuff in the web. That is a little bit too much Wild West for me, and don't want to have this spammed and hacked on a daily basis. So backtracking also, yeah, ongoing, maybe we make this actually ongoing modernized website, wiki maybe, and bug tracking. Oh, and bug. Actually, let's call it issue feature tracking. Yeah, Rust. There. The problem is, even if I shed here some thousands of euro to some thread ripping system, then the serialized stuff will not even improve that much. This is somewhat disappointing. Anyway, what else do we have to do? Actually, this was men pages. We have now updated this men viewer thing that probably, yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff you see, there's so much that we could do, but a lot of stuff is like, nah, not primary important, whatever, something. Sadly, here this LVM clang is also new. What was the name for this new monolith? What was it? One tree, I don't know, something build style stuff that's like previously nicely split. Now the slip CXX may not build freestanding anymore, disappointingly. Anyway, as I said previously, I probably scale back a little bit on this T2 polishing kind of stuff. We are set standard. Hey, we built this, yay! Let's maybe, so yeah, 486. You have it, first time ever on this unsuccessful woman YouTuber distribution guide channel. Firefox for 486 with Rust, because why not? There's some binary like elf object instruction histogram thing. Histogram is probably for sections, I think. What we basically want is like SSE AVX. What is, yes, thank you very much, methods, vector, histogram. Check format. Yeah, 2020. Here, how to check. Maybe this or that. Let's see. Object dump under Linux, GNU org at PS. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't really want grab that. I want a fancy program for that. Is there not a fancy program? Yeah, I mean, that is true. I mean, the good thing is it's mostly one binary opt Firefox Mozilla lib Firefox libxul of object dump d libxul. Of course, this will produce gigabyte of data. By the way, we only want the text section. I think this object dumps also data sections, maybe. Source common text file. Whatever. There is something that may not. Although it could be okay, it might be in CPU ID feature selected stuff. So that is not even, this is also a little bit the problem. I mean, not only is this, also wait a second, this is hash, yeah, this is, I think a disassembled hash here, right? This is of course complete nonsense, bogus garbage. File, start context, source common text, displaying source code disassembly, file, not, section name maybe. Section text mentioned as, but not found. Text, dot text, obviously, right. So let's try that again, XMM. Maybe we, oh no, there is still something. But much later, so the other stuff was for sure in there. Let's see, this is in GPU render, something. So the question is this compare exchange feature order, memory order? So yeah, the big question is this all behind feature test, like hand inline manually previously written assembly stuff? That is a question, maybe not. Does it have also, because GCC should not generate that, obviously. Here's even OMM. Uninitialized default, something, font variations. Yeah, maybe it worked, maybe it doesn't. We could run it in QEMU or on a transmeta Crusoe, which probably is slow enough, even on period correct hardware, like previous video. My transmeta Crusoe based OCO 01, model 01. Yeah, period correct hardware with period correct websites already 15 years ago, in 2005. This was too slow to use, in my opinion. Mostly, thankfully, I got it barely used from eBay for collector's value, for cheap, quite cheap, because shelling out $2,000 for this slow piece of thing that even in 2005 could barely display a Internet Explorer site there on Windows is like, yeah. We could actually check. So yeah, then we have this patched amazingly, because previous video I built 486 without minimal desktop, just for Firefox. So now we can build 486 minimal desktop with Firefox and some surrounding like Blackbox or whatever we have in there. Do we have Blackbox? Maybe we have Blackbox. So yeah, let's commit this svn add. And someday maybe I need to short circuit there, connect with some Solaris, Oracle or whatnot, if they still do, apparently maybe Spark. Also I imported their Spark patches there, although I didn't commit them, but this are Spark Solaris stuff. It might fix some stuff, but it's still utterly broken, unfortunately, on Big Onion. Really sad. So yeah, let's commit that. Firefox patched Firefox to build on 486 for whatever. And also, unfortunately, downdate Rust. Let's see, what do we have here? We have here mod RS stuff. Yeah, so this Pentium versus 486, this apparently works. And plus is this, all right, the whole patch, all right, the whole, did I not the whole patch previously? Oh, wait a second, something here, what do we have done there? All right, I added this thing, I'm not entirely sure if it's needed, but whatever. And this is unfortunately downdate because, as I said, 148 there's some cross-compile glitches or incompatibilities. So update, downdate Rust S148 has some compile regressions. And proved i486 patch. So down, also best with a typo down. Pro tip, proofread your stuff downdated. Also, if you would commit in some fancy UI-based stuff like macOS, you might have text spell checking. Downdated Rust as some cross-compile regressions and improved. I guess we can ship that. And we can also spin a new 486 image, which probably I should actually freaking test more on real hardware. Do we have all? No, maybe. By the way, did I commit? There was some font config. Yeah, this half bus thing. Yeah, still. Very theoretically, I have some local. Oh, by the way, the data is still running. I didn't update yet something. Although maybe I had run data previously today. What day do we have today? I think we have 26 data. 24th last. No. So yeah, new 486 ISO for you playing along at home. And the one and only with 486 support. Probably I should leave me in the comments below. Probably. This is amazing. Patch, maybe even 386, maybe for the good fun measure I should throw 386 in there for those who want to do bootloader stuff on bare metal. Linux firmware, the only other thing, what did I want to, all right, SVNDI off, or maybe SVNST package. So, because I have here a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff that has only some tiny update. Because what is even in here? Maybe this stuff might actually be this half bus. Yeah, it is. Because also, what is with this flash ROM? Did I not commit this? Does this really need no LTE? Don't really. Maybe we revert this, not sure if that is true, maybe some. Did I not commit that though, or? Apparently didn't commit that. I wonder, did this even build? Maybe I should actually try if this build. Yep, LinuxCon is the last package, so then at least in nearly 2 hours. Yeah, this is the usual stuff, especially with this foreign build systems of new and latest and amazing, and doing everything 5 times, like wrapping around there, what is coming from there, bloody hard-coded checksums, can't make this stuff up. Also, do we have coffee? Yeah, we have coffee. But to me, all the stuff like static compiling, I said this is my dream of jitting, like maybe WebAssembly, but maybe our own stuff. Jitting the whole stuff of just compiling it once, and like Java just on steroids and modern. This apparently builds, and I'm not sure why I never committed this, of previous ASUS BIOS refreshing. Goodness. Yeah, to me this feels incredibly old and outdated, even Rust and Cargo. Somehow, after 20 years, recurring theme is somewhat disappointed. The state of information technology. Unfortunately, doing everything from scratch, huge amount of time. By the way, I also recently patched here something. This can also be committed. I think I did not yet do that for 486. Here's some test failing, so probably we don't really need this. This is failing with some symbols, so of libgcc, of larger arithmetic shift, whatever, 64-bit, and the usual libgcc stuff. So everything else built in Linux kernel, but that. So architecture. In case you're wondering what kind of stuff this is, just our Linux kernel internal, work Linux inherited stuff. What else do I have? This. But yeah, the list, this is even just one of all the other there. Anyway, that's mostly it for today. We could quickly, it's like 5.5. Yeah, so also yeah, 4.5 also right now temperatures like 4.5 is somewhat standard. It's probably 75 degrees, so I would be curious, but yeah, this is a little bit, it's a little bit sad that this overclocking stuff on AMD Ryzen is a little bit more flexible. I would really wish you could like flexibly define also maximum turbo boost stuff. Would be cool to see like the use of flex. I've seen at my neighbors, their Bauer here in Berlin, some new gaming stuff has here some, but it's quite a hack, right? That you get on some ASUS or whatever gaming boards of all core fixed boost. Otherwise, but it's like disabling the precision boost stuff based on wattage of if power consumption below 70 watt or something, then turbo boost. Otherwise, all core boost stuff. Also, maybe it's enough. I only wonder how stable that really is, how glitchy and what crazy. But yeah, I would wish that would be some generic AMD thing and not some wacky BIOS vendor stuff. Or what's this with this open SSL stuff there, by the way? This is why people get this. I did forgot to commit this. This is why. So yeah, this OpenSSL probably built. It's actually security, I think. What do they write here? Disassembly of. Do they have some? Yeah. That was just for professional sake. Actually, even if you don't use T2, it's an amazing package catalog. So bug and security 11i. Where do they have open SSL 11i CVE fixed in because previous, let's see, 2020, 111, fixed in, jump to year, I would hope fixed in, yeah, so that is it, because previous IT news thing. And pro tip commits this stuff in single commits. So this would be that. Should have done this earlier, but no. And there is more. What was that? Ah, this one thing was, what was it? Something with a password of widget files for no document. Do we need both? I actually forgot. Maybe we need both. Was it no pause video? What was it precisely? Or pause video? No, pause video. What man page is this of path ready? 5? I don't know. Suppose we do 5, maybe 5, who knows. Fix open so not to override. Probably that explains a thing. Let's Mr. Monk joined. Welcome everyone. We are mostly through with this as usual to our monster stream. We are really close to getting this second channel monetized. We probably in just 4 weeks or so, beginning of next year, we should have the 4,000 watch hours a year. That is super amazing. We only miss 500 subscribers for that, so it would be amazing if you share, like, and subscribe and recommend it to your friends and family, because it certainly would be highly motivating to get another $1 or $2 a day for all this open source enablement and sorting and documenting and educational entertainment. LibreSSL should, by the way, probably test this more often or use it more often, but whatever. By the way, fun fact, not that it would be. QEMU system, CPU 486, memory probably a gig, and does it have SMP2? Maybe not, but let's try HDA, VM, AFI HDA, and CD-ROM. User source, T2 clean, x86. Ah, by the way, I wanted to one other small thing. I hate that this is named CD, which I anyway rename. I wanted to CPU model. All right, this was just 486 because what we have a SMP 486. That probably is amazing. Hello, do we also have? Why do we not have? Navigation there? Anyway, does it boot? Do we have, does it hanging? Maybe it crashed. Does it use 586? What? Doesn't have, it has, it's hilarious. Consistency, what should I say? You know what, maybe this crashed because 586 works. Or maybe this SMP, something there is, wait, 486. I think this once upon a time did work. Now it works, so maybe it doesn't like SMP 486 for obvious reasons. Probably we have a, wait a second, we probably forgot to enable KVM. What do we have SMP with KVM, maybe 486. Oh, that works, whatever. Non-KVM. What kernel panic of i486 timer doesn't work? Boot with. Yeah, okay, so much to that fun stuff on a 486 SMP with Linux kernel in 2020 maybe. Whatever, then we don't have that. Partition table, create a file system, let's test XFS, install, all of this fun stuff. Oops, did this crash? Ah no, this is just the, I think. Yeah, this is just the bloody super key that is causing this. Create ISO. I wanted the other day already, but somehow forgot. Patch the CD thing away. Because, I mean, first of all, we could call this optical, we could just call it disk, then it doesn't matter. Or, like one stuff. We could also, the next thing, so this would just be _x. How often is it using x though? 1, 2, 3, 4, actually quite sometimes. We could, what is in this disk variable? Maybe, because the next thing would be to, there we go, I just generated this wrong because size something. So let's make the default size a gig, because it's getting tired to, it's like, yeah, you get a gig now. Because whatever, it's for me, ISO is just a container of, just a container archive format thing. Then let's, also we need to redo that because, yeah. ISO here, and what do we have in this? So this is just one. Okay, so okay, let's artificially create 2 for maximum, also a size like 600 megabyte or so, and we get where is it even? Somewhere like here, 1, 2. So, so basically we can compare the spaces. So some easy thing in shell scripting stuff is you always trick a little bit around. So maybe I get another coffee here for finishing that. So in shell, it's not due to the nature of shell scripting, but in my opinion, not that bad. So what we can do, like a little bit trickery of not like having a class and some method and stuff. But so what you could do easily to check if we have multiple disks, check if we have a space in there. That would be the easiest trick of that. And yeah. Here. And so for in this disks, have here the name. I would also name this I for I in disks, and probably maybe I've not written this, or anyway. I for me is a little bit more recognizable as a counter. Some last, no, it's only 17 o'clock, not too late for espresso, so due to the lack of milk here. So disk, so for the name ds, what is it? Ds something disk creating ISO prefix ISO. So let's probably is this a function, or I mean we could try and see, but maybe it's not a function. So for example, we could name this ISO, or ISO name doesn't matter too much, and so we could like check if we have multiples, if it only uses underscore stuff prefix. If you know what, we could even use disks then. I mean, if you have more than one, then it's probably a disk instead of CD. Probably makes more sense. And in case of only one, just leave that out. But so test this. So that would be if disks. This is the trick that I mean. Also, this has spaces. If this stuff has spaces, also you quote stuff always for spaces. So if substitute disks, and then if substituting a space changes this, you could also probably, this should be substitute all away. This, so if this differs because it has spaces, then use the name of ISO then ISO equals, so if different, if we have this, then ISO prefix that, otherwise just ISO prefix ISO. Again, you could call this here disk, but honestly, it's probably enough. So creating ISO. This is disk X, doesn't accept path list something. So basically check for everything X here, so that would be there. X, so this is disk. By the way, rotating disks are with C, isn't it? And boot options disk text. Nah, what is that even for? Don't remember something. So here is again the ISO name, that would be that, and actually maybe do this without the ISO, so that this is a -X or Z. Could call this base name or ISO name. Yeah. It's an ISO, best without typo. ISO name, ISO prefix, creating ISO. Wait, what is here with this typing? Wait, yeah, sorry for this wobbling graphic effect. Sometimes Wayland Capture does that every second day. ISO name. Do you have also thinking about making MMU design for comfortable range values? Sounds amazing. All your hardware projects. So MK ISO path spec ISO. ISO prefix T is do we check some that? What exactly do we here check? We check some that on the fly. That is really tricky, man. That is intelligent code, I have to say. So ISO prefix that. ISO, what ISO name? Do we have two things? What have we even? Do we have ISO prefix? Or we have this ISO prefix already, huh? That is probably, this is now we messed this up a little bit. That is what we have version control for. ISO name, also this is wrong. You know what, we can even make it the following. If I always ISO name, ISO prefix, unless it is more, that might be a little bit more readable than at. So look at this. ISO name, that is even more readable in my opinion. Maybe recapitalize that just because it was before. What else do we have yet here? X, let's see, do we have more X so that we have there? This is disk X. Yeah, what is disk X text, the boot options? Yeah, I'm not really sure where that is going though. Let's not touch that. It might be used by the installer by something. Scripts. Running scripts ISO. ISO name, I wonder, does this x equals 4 equal x dot, does that work or how it works? That means ISO, actually this was probably ISO name. Yeah, let's just remove some outdated CD name, and even that probably takes 10 or 15 minutes. This I probably remove. Some other people have done that some time ago. Probably not even used really, but whatever. ISO. Did we call this ISO name? ISO name. Or ISO file, whatever. .iso. What else do we have here? mkdebug then. I don't know what that does. Something with whatever. Not sure what that does. ISO. ISO prefix loop X. So what we want now is, let's see what this, or should be SVN, maybe SVN DI. Let's see what we broke. ISO CD minus ISO name, disks, and ISO name at that. ISO name, disk X, disk, because English, we got that, and ISO name T. We have here ISO and char one sum, and we probably need to upgrade that, by the way, though. For ISO name 2, maybe that works. So let's see, create. Let's see what this does. Creating x86-1. So we have -1. Okay, you know what? This looks a little bit near. So let's ISO name. Let's call it disk, because it honestly looks a little bit near, to be honest. So I deleted all this stuff as this prefix and generated, where are we? Disk to text something of Disk 1, that's a little, yeah, does it look so much better? Disk 1, disk 2. Is this so much better? I'm also with this index, but also the index we don't really use now. But yeah. Let's see if this char sums are. No. It doesn't improve that too much, to be honest. Let's leave it out. So deleting this prefix, that works. It looks on a first glance like it might work. Let's see if this generates one file without any prefixes. Base name missing operand, creating -1. This is not really what I wanted though. Let's wait a second. What? Here's ds disks. Disks. What is happening here? Disks. Where do you have this here? If one space one. Wait a second. If does this? You know what? This is hilarious because apparently this disk stuff is not filled. Space near it's appending. It's appending this here with spaces. We can probably. Why does it start with 0? Disks 0 and then disks. What? So which of those? So there are a lot of substitution things of if this is set space x equals something, so probably with something like that we can quickly fix that. So maybe leave this in for testing. So disks and then depending, so disks and then space depending on whether disks was set. Disks, and if it was set already, space, that probably should do. Actually, I wonder if we have here core functions. Does our var append does it the same way, or no, it doesn't. It does some fancy stuff. Okay, fine. So what did we got here? Creating x86, so now this might work. And now with size 600. No, what? But this does not entirely work apparently. Why does this not work? Yeah, so where is this plus? If parameter is null or unset, nothing is substituted. Otherwise, the expansion of word is substituted. So that I think should work. Just that it doesn't as usual here. I hate this text file busy. Bloody shit, modern. This is also a typo. Did someone mention the typo? Thanks for the help there in the comments. Now what do we have here? We have we have two ISOs, amazing stuff. Let's try this again without size. Also here one so much too statically typing would probably call it that. That probably looks also okay. Is that not amazing? I think that's amazing. Set X, so that can go, and then SVMDI. I hope I catched everything, but we will find out sometime later. Let's also know the ISO name is different because now it doesn't have this bloody CD thing in there. Anyway, this is how you develop a Linux distribution live here only on this channel. So theoretically we can continue installation, mount an existing, saves us some minute. Extras install all, probably should only install the missing ones. Yeah, so that probably should install what was previously not on the CD, because amazing. We are not in Africa today. Yes, please install all the stuff. So yeah, there we have it, making all the stuff, removing more legacy stuff, fixing, polishing, wording. Also, yeah, so now there shouldn't be this regx thing anymore because we have a new men version that shouldn't have that. Unmount and reboot. And leave in the comments below if you learned something, if you found this amazing. Don't forget to like and subscribe because we need 1K subscribers ASAP to go into 2021 with the second monetizable channel. Oops, focus. And yeah, so there we have a new 486 thing that we could publish if we wanted to. That would be test. Let's see, does men still work? Not tested that. Has it still works? A new men viewer 2021, new men.db men viewer stuff, and no ugly regx stuff. So what we actually could test, you know, what we could start xz that might come up. And then, so that is 486. We hopefully are rocking a real emulated authentic AMD 486 DX4 apparently. So yeah, Firefox, what does happen? Oh, segmentation fault, oops. GTK demo, maybe, GTK3 demo. That works also with fonts, so that is GDB. Do we have a core dump of Firefox core? Backtrace of somewhere in libxul. Thank you very much, very helpful. Layout, also is this in libpthread layout? ISM of whatever, move something, good. So the question is, does this magically go away if we shut down and boot this with a non-486? But yeah, this is jitting the whole system thing. Also, by the way, this one error here is only ALSA control. I probably should, this one thing we can easily get away with checking whether to like ALSA control thing if there actually is a state file. So let's try with a Pentium. Does it have a mix? Can't find, obviously. Like that? No. Okay, fine. Then a good old-fashioned regular without any fancy stuff. Not sure if that will, although it Firefox previously built, oh, this was wrong. Firefox previously built with 586. So I would hope. Hello. Control right grep. I would hope that this. Yeah, too much garbage in the input buffer. I would hope that 586 would still work, but you never know. Could also be. Yeah, there is something. So much built this for 486 and doesn't work anymore. GVim also, so the other stuff. No valid found. Can't. What? Why does GTK3 come up, but not GVim? It has fonts. Oops. Yeah, that is a little bit sad. We would need to. So it could be glibc, some atomics, who knows, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't get this illegal instructions. So also only if you use a pre-built binary thing. If we build it ourselves with only 486 instructions, it might have a chance to work. But maybe there is some other glibc stuff now in the way, who knows what. Segmentation fault. So this is in a lib atomic SO though. So this might be some compare and exchange. So if it's segmentation faults in lib atomic, maybe it needs a 686 though. The question is, yeah, but this is not super high priority. Probably everything else works. Also, what would this be? Pentium Pro? God damn it, Pentium. What would this be? List or help? In one program and one option it's help, and the other list. Do we have here any Pentium? We have Pentium 3, Pentium 2. Do we have? Okay, thank you very much. Pentium Athlon Core to do. I don't want something fancy, as I did not see Pentium Pro and Pentium 2. Oh, there it is. Pentium. Okay, fine. Let's try with. I'm slightly surprised that they don't have more of those. Like Pentium Pro 586. This is. Shit. Also, again, we did this. There's still hope. Oh, also, I did this again wrong because no, that's still. So yeah, apparently whatever is wrong with that, something in. But this is a little bit different one than. Oh no, this is in lib atomic. Yeah, so whatever. This is really a pity. Probably a low-hanging fruit to fix, but maybe not for me to fix. So the disappointing thing is though, I'm not sure which font they want. So maybe they want some bitmap font. No. That would be X. Would X font cell do we have? Okay, you know what, let's do some crazy testing for a moment. And see if at least all of the other programs, or not all, at least a lot of the other stuff does work, like Subversion, checkout, HTTPS. Also best with DH, client 0. So yeah, how much stuff does work? Enough for Subversion on a 486, but not that I would. Also probably text scrolling speed, because that is Linux kernel. We got text scrolling previous video, not anymore. Maybe faster here, maybe not. Probably faster if we don't see it. So, but actually TVM, I really wonder. Yeah, whatever is the case with this, it's like, yeah, who cares? Although it's probably a generic thing, because that obviously works. So yeah, probably this gvim, probably I should strace like gvim. What does it even? Was it some font cache of directory something? Yeah. Anyway, I hope you're surprised how much can still theoretically work on a gigahertz fast 486, and also maybe on your fancier graphic card it might be scroller than on this emulated thing. I hope you learned something. We did quite some stuff as usual. Of course, not only the 486 retro vintage stuff, but Control Shift Alt. No. Where is my? There. Let's commit also that of defaulting to larger stuff, and this naming, I guess I shouldn't. Well, as we touch this, theoretically we don't need that there. That would be dot, let's see how many dot slashes do we, dot slash misc that. Yeah, this was the only one. And as we touch this, let's remove that, because I don't like this excessive space. So this is only one more line. Theoretically, it's not the best practice to do tiny little side things, but this is so tiny, and I theoretically would want to remove it anyway. It's fine. Let's just test this one more. You never know, just in case. Changed scripts ISO to default to 1. And don't append so use cd use numeric Change scripts ISO to default to 1 gig and also use numeric postfix instead of outdated CD or none at all. Plus some surrounding wording and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, there we have that. Theoretically, so let's test the compiler, and then it's probably slightly longer than I thought, but emerge x font cell. Let's see how that is going on a 4 emulated virtualized 486. Cheers. Yeah, welcome to 2021. T2, the only distribution, still cares about some 486 support. Yeah, that's some surrounding stuff. This is not entirely whatever, but X font cell. No, it does something though. Also, maybe it's some default. Oops. Maybe it doesn't find a useful font. X-Men, do we? Okay, let's emerge. Does this display something of, no? On an argument to cannot convert Helvetica medium font struct. So maybe some more old-fashioned fonts or something. Maybe this or the other, who knows. Maybe it probably, not maybe, probably it should have some old-fashioned font in there, so some old-fashioned X11 bitmap stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised. You would think on those Christmas days with our failing Doxis garbage stuff here, people sit at home and watch their YouTube content and ours. I'm really surprised how good the live stream is today with 3 freaking Mbit. But anyway, yeah, shared fonts, something. Yeah. No, that's still Helvetica. Where this might be Bitstream. Wherever is it? Not bitmap. Emerge, which one might that be? I have no idea. Let's emerge a couple of more ones and see what happens. Anyway, I hope you learned something and enjoy this somewhat low level live streams. Not, well, more low level would be if we would find out why this libatomic stuff crashes for 486. And also this we can delete. We have here plenty of more stuff though. Like that, you know what, let's just build that. I also have a new Wireshark there. Hello. Where is this? Reset. Which else could it be? MISC. It could also be some alias stuff. Let's see, do we have that? Nah. Somehow. What did I press there? I deleted something. Ah, now it works. So one of the last ones, maybe font x3, so there we are. gvim. No, but still doesn't have a valid font. Nah. I have no idea what thing, probably something hard-coded in. Yeah, whatever, here we'll just image some stuff. Yeah. But I'm sure if you image enough font stuff, that would probably work. Anyway, that's it for today. I will publish this ISO, this time like faster. Actually, I wanted because if I don't, what do we have? Control-Alt-G. Bloody menu doesn't. Yeah. If I do it later, then Wireshark doesn't build now. Whatever. So there. That is why I didn't comment this. So yeah, that's it. Making T2 even more amazing and even more obscure details. Our fun little project stuff here. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you soon for the next videos and fun stuff to come.